YouTube, what's going on? It's your guy, Playboy Tazo. I'm back with another video. Today, I got some fragrances sitting in front of me for the fall season. What is fall season for me when it comes to fragrances? Nice weather, cool weather. The leaves is changing and dropping. Football. You're most likely to be outside, because the weather's nicer. So you're sitting on the patios at restaurants. You're sitting outdoors at your own patio, maybe by the jacuzzi, have a nice little cigar, eating some, whatever you eat, man. So, what are some fragrances that complement that? To me, woody fragrances, ouds, ambers, for sure ambers. Cinnamon is a nice note for fall. Vanilla, so on and so forth, man. So, I'm just going to grab my 10 and get to talking about them. And then y'all let me know, did I do good or not? And y'all also let me know what y'all 10 is, if you care to leave your 10, right? So, number one, I'm going to go to the house of Nishane. And this is Credo. Excuse the lighting, y'all. This is Credo. Why do I like Credo when it comes to fall fragrances? It's a very, very nice, sweet, and spicy amber fragrance, man. I don't have the notes pulled up for it. But, man, this is a nice amber style fragrance. It has this sweetness in here, not fruity sweet, but almost like, maybe it's like I say, I don't know what's giving it the sweetness, man, but it has like this sweet, almost like honey and amber, bro. And it's also some notes in here. I want to say cardamom is here, giving it that spice. Slightly peppery, but this is a masculine fragrance. This complements this time of the year, man. Nice weather, outdoors. Going to maybe a outdoor football cookout where they got the outdoor screen. And this would be nice, man. Brother walking past, got that nice masculine, but, slightly sweet and spicy or peppery amber. Credo, House Nishane. Moving down the list, man, if you like the note of patchouli, this is king. In my opinion, this is from the house of Javoy. And this is psychedelic, man. And when I wear psychedelic, I always get the attention. Why? Because this is a very dominant note. It's a note that, when people smell it, they're going to pick up patchouli if they are familiar with the note of patchouli. But it's just not patchouli with this, man. It has this chocolate nuance that you get when you wear this fragrance, man. So you get this, yes, you do get this earthy patchouli, but around the earthy patchouli, the what I pick up is some chocolateness, right? So this is very nice, man. Very masculine to me. Lean slightly date night. I really wouldn't fully trust it for date night. It's kind of risky. I like to wear this, man, just as like a nice little fall daily driver, man. You just pick. I love patchouli, man, so I don't mind having a patchouli daily driver. But for the fall season, man, you kind of almost, like I said, you get this chocolatey, earthy, little spicy patchouli, man. Masculine, very niche. Wouldn't advise anybody to blind buy this. Definitely sample this, bro. Definitely sample this. But to me, it was a love at first sniff. Going down the list, I'm going to talk to y'all about Lorenzo's fragrance, and this is Sangria. And if you know about me in my channel, man, you know about this fragrance. It's a nice red wine, fruity. Like, they have some notes in here, it's like blood orange, grapes, all types of fruits in here, man. You got to know the red wine, of course. Man. And when I get with this, man, you just get this fruity red wine fragrance. One would say red wine is a boozy note, so I'll just say fruity and boozy, man. But don't think heavy like cognac, dark liquor. This is a red wine, so it's a much lighter, much more tardier note. With these fruits with it, like grapes and blood orange, is just very nice, man. It complements a nice out. Like I said in my live stream, if you was able to catch my live stream, this is a very good fragrance to wear out when you're like wine tasting. You with a nice, classy woman. She looks good. Her, she's very well maintenance. Her hygiene's up to par. You wear something like this, sometimes you gotta do womanly things with women. So take off your masculine hat for a day, and then go out and do some wine testing, bro. And she'll really appreciate that, and she also appreciates you wearing a fragrance like Sangria. Moving back down the list, man, there's another fragrance that I really like. This was a love at first sniff, but I didn't even know what I had when I first had got this fragrance. I've had this fragrance for quite a bit of years now, but this is a fall fragrance in the bottle, man. This is Xerjoff Starlight. Now with Starlight, you kind of get, like I said in the live, you get this almost like honey like sweetness with this spicy accord. So this is another fragrance that's sweet and spicy, and you will notice a lot of my fragrances that I'm talking about tonight, I'm going to use the word sweet because I like these certain accords and notes for fall. And we don't really get to wear a lot of sweet stuff in the spring and in summer, but for sure in the fall, I'm putting out my. And now, like I say, don't when I say sweet, don't think candy. It's like sometimes there's notes like amber gives off a sweet accord or vibe. You have notes like honey, So this, I don't know the notes on this fragrance, man, but just hear me out on what I smell. Very nice, sweet and spicy fragrance, bro. Right? Cardamom's in here. I want to say amber has to be listed, but it might not be. But man, very classy. This is another fragrance that I would put on a nice collar shirt with. Put on a nice pair of slacks, nice dress shoes. Be groomed up. Get your face touched up and make sure your nails is clean and all things of that nature, man. You know how it go, man. Players already know what it is. Boom, Starlight. Moving back down the list, we're going again to the house of Nishane. This is another amber fragrance, and this is papilefiko. You hear me? Man, another one. I love the note of cardamom in here. Very nice, like peppery. And this is, like I said, this one is peppery and sweet, y'all. I'm sorry that it seems redundant, but for me, I do know. See, one might listen to me talk about papilefiko and Starlight and say, you getting the same vibe? No. This one is a lot more different than this one, but they do still have similarities, and but they do have differences, right? You got to be a fragrance enthusiast to notice differences and also notice similarities. This one is very nice, y'all. Amber-based fragrance, gives off an amber vibe, sweet amber, but have some pepperiness to this fragrance. It kind of offsets and give it a spiciness. Nice little amber fragrance, man, from Nishane, man. If you ever worn this, like I say, don't blind buy any of these fragrances I'm talking about, man. These are my loves. Y'all got to sample and figure out if it's a love for you. But definitely it's a love for me, man. Nishane papilefiko. All right, moving down the list, we're going to talk about this one from the house of Unique Luxury, bro. One of the best blended fragrances in my collection. So I got to talk to y'all about it today, and this is Zenji by Unique Luxury, man. This is a red wine, grapefruit, vetiver style fragrance, man. And it blends together so well. Such a classy fragrance. This is a fragrance you wear with a suit and tie, bro. This is a wedding day fragrance. This is a fragrance, man, that you wear if you have a job interview with a company that you really trying to make an impression on. Any time of importance, bro, this is when you wear this fragrance. This is one that you put on a very, very top shelf. The blend, like anybody smell this on you, they're gonna know, man, this guy takes his life serious. You don't wear this when you're just going grocery shopping. You wear this when you're looking in that mirror, you're telling yourself, I'm great, I got this, I'm gonna take care of business, I will get this job, I will marry this woman, I will whatever. This is a self-talk fragrance. Before you spray your fragrance on, you having that talk, then you go underneath that with this fragrance, bro. Very, very, this is top 10, maybe top 5, but for sure top 10, bro. Next down the list, we're gonna go to El Padrino from the house of Suspero, bro. If you smell this, you know what I'm talking about. You get a nice vanilla, boozy, woody. I almost kind of get like hints of maybe if cherries in this fragrance. I don't know if cherries listed, I don't think so. But you definitely get this vanillic, woody, nutty, boozy fragrance, bro. Might even have some tobacco in it, but I don't think so, man. But El Padrino is very, look at the bottle. The bottle tells you it's set for fall. It actually matches my outfit, right? Yeah, you dig? So El Padrino, man, it's just one of Suspero's top 5 fragrances. It's blended well, performs, it fits fall season, any season. I want to say any season, any reason, but not for this one. But definitely fall and definitely winter, bro. Definitely fall and definitely winter. All right, moving back down the list, I got to go to the house of Alghabra. I had to have one on here, and I went with their tobacco fragrance. And this is, to me, my favorite tobacco. This is Jamaican tobacco, right? With this one, you get some vanilla, some cinnamon, some tobacco. Man, such a, like, I like the fact this is not overly tobacco. You definitely get more vanilla and cinnamon. You get like this sweet and spicy vanilla vibe, but the tobacco behind it is kind of like almost like a wet tobacco. So this is kind of like a wet, vanillic, sweet and spicy vibe. You know, if you smell red tobacco, this is the king of that. It's in my opinion. Jamaican tobacco, y'all. Little goes a long way with this fragrance. You don't need a lot of sprays. I would say 3 max. 3 max. All right. Moving back down the list, I had to go to the house of Boadicea for one. And I went with their cherry fragrance. I went with Bodacious. Bodacious is a cherry fragrance, right? Has tons of cherry in this one, man. Cherry, cherry, cherry. You get some cognac in here to give it a boozy vibe. I want to say some tobacco is listed. Don't get a lot of that, but I definitely get a cherry and boozy fragrance, bro. This is what you get. Cherry and boozy, man. So really do appreciate this fragrance, man. I want to say this is like the king of date night for men. This is like the masculine king date night fragrance, right? The boozy and the cherry date night, right? What's more date night than cherries and liquor? Cherry and booze, cognac, Hennessy, cherries. You get it, right? So, Bodacious. All right, last but not least, I was going to gatekeep this fragrance, man, but I talked about it on my live stream. Talked about it a few other times. I think I got a video out now about it. The note of plum, there may be the best fruit for fall season, in my opinion. A plum fragrance for fall, why not? And I went with Cartier's Oud and Santal, man. Plum, sandalwood, oud. And the way the plum is done in this fragrance, I have yet to smell a better plum fragrance, bro. And I smelled some plums. So y'all can list them in the comment section. Let me know. Tazo, I know a plum that's like that. But so far, this fragrance, Oud and Santal, and this is the small bottle, y'all. This is the 1.7. I haven't smelled it better. The way the plum and the sandalwood blends in this fragrance, you get this nice, like, sexy, smooth. Like the sandalwood is so smooth in this fragrance. And it's a designer house, y'all, for the designer niche conversation. Man, I can't find a niche fragrance that has a better blend with the note of plum yet. And I just smelled some of the plums out there, y'all. But Oud Santal, date night for sure, man. You spray that on. And that's another one, bro. Put a nice little button up on that one. Nice little button up. Be in the gym so you nice and, you know, the button up fit good on you. You know, nice, you know, slacks. You know, man, and you just throw that on, bro. Like maybe some frames. I don't know. Who knows? Give or take. Definitely be groomed up, you know. So, Cartier, Oud, and Santal. Yes. Fall season in the bag, man. Thank y'all for watching, man. It's your guy, Playboy Taz, bro. Thank y'all. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not new. And leave me down y'all recommendations. Like, what do y'all recommend? Did I do good? Should I took something out? Should I added some? Let me know. Love y'all. Peace.